workshop. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Anwar Uzain, VC of, and Dr. Nazrul Islam sir, and today's speaker, Dr. K. Srinivasan, Dean Academics of Tagore Engineering College, Dr. Gyula Chekmari, Head IT of Tagore Engineering College, and Dr. Radha Krishnan, Head EC of Tagore Engineering College, and all the dear participants. I welcome you all for the day 2 workshop. And today we are going to start the first session on the title Sustainable Development in Energy Sector. The resource person is Dr. K. Srinivasan. So, sir holds the position of Dean Academics in Tagore Engineering College, and he has academic experience of more than 2 decades. So, around 21 years of teaching experience, and he has been in different positions in his academic tenure. As exam cell coordinator and like head of the EEE department and coordinator of various international conferences and so. And notably, sir has received 5 patents, and out of the 5 patents, 3 are international patents. And he has published 44 articles. In that, 12 are to be noted as SEI indexed journals, and 32 are indexed in Scopus. And he has been a resource person for many international conferences and for the guest lectures on renewable energy and accreditations, and also on the process of engineering. So, and he has been research guide of he's a research guide of Anna University, and under his guidance 2 students have submitted their PhD and have been awarded. And sir holds a DC member of various reputed universities, and he's a reviewer of more than 15 peer-reviewed journals, and he holds on many and many. So it is our privilege to have you in the midst of us and the resource person for this event. Welcome you, sir, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So, good morning, sir. Good morning. So, good morning to all.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, I hope that you are all doing well and excited. I'm also part of this online workshop today. My name is Dr. K. Srinivasan. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to engage with you all in this virtual space. Today, the workshop is diving into these sustainable development in energy sectors, exploring new insights and sharing my views, whether you are seasoned professionals or someone just stepping into the field. I believe that there is something here to each of us learn and take away. I hope so. This virtual platform presents us a very unique possibilities. We are gathered here from different corners of nations or world. We are united by our interest in sustainable development in energy sectors. Despite the physical distance, the digital space allows us to come together, exchange our ideas, and collaborate in ways of transcend borders. Over the next 30 minutes, we will discuss on the topics on energy sector in sustainable development. Can I proceed further, sir?
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
Yes,
Thank you. So we all know that the sustainable development in the energy sectors refers to the use of clean and renewable energy sources, which will meet the increasing energy needs of society in a way to does not make harms to the environmental and promotes equality and economic growth. This involves a transition from the traditional fossil fuel based energy sources to the zero emission or low emission sources, such as using the renewable sources like solar, wind, and hydropower. The goal is to create the more sustainable and resilient energy system that can meet the world's energy needs while reducing the greenhouse emissions and other negative environmental impacts. So when we are considering the sustainable energy in our future, it is essential to understand what is the current energy crisis and doing to our planet right now. Due to the human activities, the Earth has grown nearly about 1.5 degree hotter since industrial revolutions. The staggering amount, such a way, the short period compared to these pre-industrial revolution times. So many factors have contributed to these increases. But a major cause is burning of fossil fuels for energy. The most prevalent greenhouse effect is carbon dioxide, which has triggered immense global warming. Although the humans have done the irreversible damage to the environmental, there is a hope how we maintain the mitigates effects of the future generations. The solution lies how we can stop flooding our atmosphere with carbon dioxide and reduce our emissions. Remember, the sustainable energy produces no global warming emissions. By choosing the sustainable energy resources, and we committed ourselves to use the clean energy, and humans can effectively slow down the acceleration of the climate changes. We all know that each year that stacks a higher growth in the fight to save the environmental and combat the global warming. Now, more than ever.
Sir, sorry to interrupt, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
your slides are not moving, sir. We request you to kindly move the slides.
No, I'm not moving, sir. They're just telling the introduction about the sustainable development energy sector, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I can have the only 7 slides, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. So you know that the fossil fuels like coal, natural gas, and oils are not only harmful to the planet, but when we are burning the daily for generating the energy, but there is a unsustainable as finite resources. The sustainability refers to the concept that all the peoples can meet their basic needs infinitely. So without compromising the future generation, sustainability in terms of energy embraces the same principle. You are aware about that one day the world will run out of fossil fuels like coal and oils. But sustainable energy includes any energy sources that cannot be depleted and remain viable forever. That means it can be available entire world till the humans are living. It does not need to be renewed or reloaded. Sustainable energy meets our demands for energy without any risk of going old or running out. That's why the sustainability is an answer for our today's energy needs. Furthermore, the sustainable energy does not harm the environment. That means that creating the climate changes or costing the heavy prices. Although there is a cost associated with creating the buildings which will capture the sustainable energy. The energy sources themselves are typically free. It's available free in nature. Examples of the sustainable energy sources like wind, solar, and hydropower. That means the water power. All of us, which can be considered endless and widely available in the atmosphere everywhere. So the geothermal energy can also be included as a sustainable alternative energy sources. Geothermal energy creates a usable energy from the planet, which can be the internal energy sources such as geysers. So we'll move to the importance of sustainable development in energy sectors. We are all doing our best to reduce the negative impact on the environment. But the sustainable energy, such as wind, solar, that creates the carbon emissions that can harm the atmosphere and contribute to the global warming. It offsets the need of fossil fuels, which can actively increasing the climate changes, also polluting our earth. Simply switching our own home energy sources can help the cut out the environmental impact with our family, have the planet. So, which can eliminate our dependence on fossil fuels. So, some of the factors are energy security, improving the public health, and creates a local jobs, and long-term cost is also more affordable things. First, we go to the energy security. Sustainable energy, it's by definition, it's a most reliable form of energy. It will never deplete and can remove our reliances on imported fossil fuels, which are growing more expensive and less accessible one. Sustainable energy also helps to conserve the planet by the natural resources and reduce the pollution associated with the unsustainable energy conditions. Burning fuels in coals and natural in the plants, that means in generating stations, are directly tied with many serious public health issues such as neurological damage, cancer, heart attacks, breathing problems, and premature death. It's so many things are we are facing nowadays. When we are using the fossil fuels and burning for energy, this also release the air and water pollutions that negatively affects the surrounding communities as well as our environmental areas. So all of these associated risks can be eliminating switching into the sustainable energy. Sustainable energy sources typically emit no air and water pollutions that can harm the public health. They cannot do changes in the negative impact or strain the local water resources. So coal mining, natural gas drilling, and the thermal power plants are complete with the local, compete with the local agricultures, what is called the drinking waters and other sorry, important community water needs for the resources. So sustainable energy can also help us fuel for our local communities, since most faculties, facilities, and sustainable energy infrastructures must be built locally or some countries, making the switch help to create the jobs and improve the economics. Instead of spending more money on importing the energy from the fossil fuels, the money can spend on material which can workmanship to maintaining the sustainable energy facilities.
আচ্ছা তুমি কি কোনো মানে এমনি শাকসবজি ভার্সিটি ট্রান্সফার
What is that? Okay, the sustainable energy can make the huge long-term difference to the electricity and the energy costs of our homes as well as the business. So no matter where you are, not only they easily available for little or no cost, but they are much more cost effective than the traditional energy resources such as power plants. The key challenges achieving in the sustainable development of energy sectors. Energy and environmental problems are closely related one, since it is nearly impossible to produce, transport, or consume energy without significant environmental impact. So the environmental problems directly related to the energy production and consumption of the materials, including the air pollutions, climate changes, or what do you call that, water pollutions, thermal pollutions, and solid waste disposal. So the emissions of the air pollutant from the fossil fuels combustion of the major cause, which will be in the urban area air pollutions. So burning fuels is also main contributor to the emission of the greenhouse gases. So diverse of water pollution problems are associated with the energy usage. So one problem in oil spills in all the petroleum handling operations, there is a finite probability of spilling oil either the earth or the body of the water. So recently we are also facing in our Tamil Nadu area the same problems. Also, the coal mining can also pollute the water. Changes in the groundwater also unpolluted by the making of fossil fuels. Solid waste also make a byproducts of some form of the energy usage. So what we understood from this thing is the making energy is not easy, but there is some really tough challenges we need to face. Mainly, I'm focusing on the three major issues: the technology we are using, the rules of the government making, that means the policy implementations, and getting people to change how they are using the energies. That means the behavioral changes. First, the technological, we have to clean energy as some problems. When we are using the wind and solar power, they are not creating such a pollutions, and they are not depending on the weathers. But we need to better ways to store the energy when it's not available. So we need always to enough to make the changes or adopt the changes in the technological to make the energy or to create the energy cheaper and more efficient. It's also more important. The second is the government rules makings, which is known as the policies. It's a very crucial thing, sir. We need policies that encouraging using the clean energy and stop supporting dirty fuels. By making these policies happen can be hard because it is affects the human jobs as well as the entire country money. The government needs to find the balance between the helping the economy, how to making and a better future, sir. Lastly, the getting people to change how they are using the energy stuff. Peoples are making or creating the awareness, doing things a certain way to might when we are using to adopt the changes. But using the less energy and being more efficient is really important. When we need to create awareness, people also know about the saving the energy in the offer incentives to make this changes easier. To fix the problems, we need to everyone's helps, particularly governments, company sectors, and the common peoples must work together, investing in better technology and making the fair policies and creating the awareness from the people side to use the energy and using for the big task. But when we are work together, we can make the future, whether the energy is clean or good for everyone. So renewable energy sources and their rules and the roles in the sustainable development. So we are moving to the new energy sources, replacing the fossil fuels. The new energy sources, what I'm mentioning is renewable energy sources. So the renewable energy shares a direct relationship with the sustainable development. The impact that renewable energy sources have the productivity and the human development has to open the fresh opportunities in climate changes mitigations. When you are access to clean energy, the social and economic development, minimizing the health as well as the environmental impact also, which makes the energy security. Sustainable development takes into the account of the social, environmental, and economic factors to ensure optimal balancing while pursuing the enhanced quality of life. While sustainability is a long-term objective, sustainable development includes the various methods and strategies that can be effectively leveraged to achieve the goal of the sustainability. So when we are moving to the renewable energy sources, for sustainable development, when we are go to the natural and then consistent energy flow in the environmental. So solar energy is the first things we prefer. It's critical in sustainable development to providing the clean, renewable, and then abundant power in the sources. It's a key component of the global shift towards low carbon energy systems, which will help us to reduce the greenhouse emissions and combat climate changes. Solar energy can be harnessed through the various technologies, including the photovoltaic cell, that is PV cells, and solar thermal system. It can be used for large scale electricity generation and small scale applications like powering homes and business also. Additionally, the solar energy can promote the energy independent and access the electricity, particularly in the remote areas where traditional power infrastructure is lacking. Overall, the solar energy is an important tool for achieving the sustainable development goals related to the climate changes mitigations, energy access, and the economic developments. The second part is wind energy, which can be used in the green building in several ways to promote the sustainability. The most common method is to install the wind turbine on site to generate the electricity for building the needs, which can be done by the small scale turbines installed on the rooftop of the homes or large scale turbines installed nearby. Additionally, wind can provide natural ventilations and coolings, which also reduces the need of the air conditioning systems. So when we are designing the buildings, emphasizing the maximizing the natural airflow and incorporating the features such as the wind chimney and then turbines tubes can help to utilize the wind for the passive cooling. Overall, using the wind energy in global buildings can help to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions and promote more sustainable. So renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydropower, geothermal, and biomass can significantly contribute to the sustainable development sectors. So we can reduce our reliances in finite and non-renewable energy sources like fossil fuels by harnessing these energy sources. By production of the renewable energy does not produce the greenhouse gas emissions and thus help us to combat climate changes. So it also helps us to create more jobs in the renewable energy sectors areas, leading to the economic growth and increasing the energy independence. Additionally, the renewable energy can improve access to the power in the remote and rural areas where traditional energy sources are unavailable. So when we are using the renewable energy, can lead more sustainable and then equational or developed balanced futures. So we'll move to the next topics. Energy efficiency and conservation measures for the sustainable developments. So far we are talking about it's not easy to produce the energy. It's the same weightage we have to given to the energy conservation part also, because energy saving is also a big deal. So it's like using our superpowers to help the planet. I can suggest two simple ways to save energy. One is the LED lighting, and we are using the smart grid technologies. So I'm not going much in this. I'm just giving the overview of this, why we are go for this. So let's dive into this and this work, why we are choosing this. The first one is the LED lights. So LED lights, like superheroes of the lighting nowadays, there is a way to move more efficient than the regular incandescent bulb or that fluorescent bulb, because they are using the less energy to shine bright. Also, they are lost for a longer period. So we don't have to replace them often. When we are using the LED lights instead of the old incandescent lamp bulbs, we save the lot of electricity. You all know that earlier we are using the 100 watts incandescent bulb. The same light intensity lumens we are using with the 9 watts LED bulbs. So we are almost saving nearly 91 watts by replacing the single bulb. That means we save money and our energy bills to help the planet by using the less power. Imagine that every streets, homes, and schools using these cool LED lights would save so much of energy. Also, using the LED lights and the smart grid technology, it's having the secret weapon against the energy wastage. By switching on to the LED lights, we can use less power, that is electricity. With smart grids, we can manage the energy smarter. It is not just by saving money. It's also helping our planet by using the less energy and making our energy system works better. If we all team up with these cool technologies, we can make big difference for cleaner and then greener world. We'll move to the smart grid technologies. They are like brains of the today's energy systems. These grids are super smart because they can manage the electricity better. They are using the latest technology to control how the energy moves from the power planets, that means the generating plants, to our homes or our business areas. When lots of people are using at the same time, the smart grids helps to balance it out and preventing the blackouts or wasted power. They can also, we are talking about the appliances to use the energy when it's cheaper or greener. The smart grids makes our energy system more efficient and reliable, reducing the wastage of our energy. So we're going for applying this all the things. We have to adopt these systems in our day-to-day lives by applying by generating the new policies and promoting the regulations in this sustainable development in energy systems. The rules about how we make and use energy are super important for our planet. The rules are called normally policies or regulations. Helps make sure when you are using the energy in the ways they don't hurt the earth, and also help us have the better futures. The big policy is about can I continue this?
Yes, sir, please.
10 more, can I take
Yes,
10
sir.
more minutes to complete the presentation, sir?
Yes, sir, please, sir.
Thank you. So another important rule is being efficient with our energy. The government can also make the policies that encourage less energy by making or encouraging the companies to create the appliances or to use the cleaning to save energy more efficient. For example, they may set the standards for how much energy a fridge or house can use. So nowadays we are introducing the star rating of the gadgets in the electrical parts, how they are save the energy. Also, there are rules to make sure everyone has to access the clean and affordable energy. Some places or peoples might find it hard to get clean energy. So government should create the policies to make the sure everyone, no matter whether they live, how much their money they have, then they can get the clean energy. So the policies and regulations are like guides to help the save the energy in the better way. They are important because they protect our planet also, save money and make sure everyone has access to clean energy. By following these rules and making the fair for everyone, we can build a brighter and then cleaner future for all. So some of the case studies have been introduced in this sustainable energy sectors, I can give some points only. So one of the thing is when we are using the renewable energy sources, and we can reduce the pollutions, and we can also uh, select the projects about the uh, small wind turbines and windmills in our domestic areas can really cool is always available around our areas, so we can keep making the energy without pollutions, and we can develop some projects based on the renewable energies, because they make the energy without polluting the earth. By supporting the more and sustainable projects, we can build a better future where energy is clean, reliable, and good for everyone, sir. And also using the energy efficient methods like using LED lights, and then and encouraging the creating the energy efficient builds and then gadgets, also the systems to make the super smart systems. So we can adjust the things like global heating, coolings, and then lights automatically. They can also use the energy when they're needed. So nowadays they are introducing the smart bulbs. The smart bulbs also used only when the persons is available or when it's needed only. So some even use of solar panels in the roofs make our energy clean well, sir. And future prospects for the sustainable development in energy sectors. The future of energy looks super exciting because we are working towards making it cleaner and better for everyone. There is some cool things happening that will make our energy greener and help the planet. So the big thing is future is using more renewable energy, and government is also nowadays encouraging to use of it. That means getting more energy from the sun, wind, hydropower. The sources don't run out. They are do not make air dirty and doesn't create pollutions, or doesn't create pollutions. People are finding the new and better ways to capture this energy, use of it our homes and then areas. So people are teaming up more to make the big challenges with the government companies, and we are all working together, make policy and rules to create the uh, clean energy. And we are also using the renewable energy sources, which is possible to generate the power plant and install the rooftop solar panel in our areas. Why? Because the future energy is all about being smarter, cleaner, and fair. So we are looking the world where energy does not harm the planet, but also helps it thrive. By using the cleaner sources, smarter technology, and working together, we can build a future where the energy is affordable and good for everyone. So it's exciting it's an exciting journey ahead, and then we are working together. We can make it happen, sir. So as we come to the closes of our time together, I want to express my deepest gratitude each and every one of you for being part of this engaging and insightful online workshop. I encourage you all to continue exploring, learning, also implementing the insights. If you are gained something here, let's keep the conversation going beyond this workshop, leveraging the digital resources available, which is staying connected, foster ongoing learning and growth. Before we wrap up, I would like extend my heartfelt thanks to the organizers of the Management Studies of Tagore Engineering College and Northern University, whose efforts make this workshop possible. Their dedication and support have been instrumental in shaping the insightful events. As we part ways, let's carry forward the enthusiasm, the knowledge shared, and the connections made. I hope our paths are crossed again in future discussion and collaboration. Once again, I thank you all for your active participation and your contributions too. Wishing all very best for your endeavors. Thank you. Until we meet again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. K. Srinivasan, sir. It was a mind-blowing session. So you have touched on different aspects of renewable, and you have given an overview of sustainability and how it is needed. And definitely, it is a much-needed session for youngsters. So thank you, sir. Thank you for this enlightening session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, thank you all. Now it's our time to move on to the next session. So the next session, the resource person is Dr. Bula Jaikumari, madam. So madam is holding a position of head. Uh, she's a head of IT department, and she has a versatile experience in teaching, and she has an experience of 2 decades of academic experience. And she has been associated with our institution for more than 15 years. And ma'am also holds the additional position of taking care of the women empowerment cell in Tagore Engineering College. And she has received funds for conducting FTP from Anna University, and has also organized programs for students, which is funded by TNS in IoT. So, and as we are all aware that nowadays everything is blended with AI. Okay, everything, whatever we speak, or even the writing, or any messages we draft, or even in the Facebook, you want to post something and you want to write something, it is all supported by AI. So, so this is a very much needed topic and very much an interesting topic. So that is what is the topic which ma'am is going to handle, and she's going to discuss on the perfect blend of AI and IoT for sustainable development. Okay, so I think you are all aware that now we are all going everything with the smart cities. Everything is coming as a smart. Even the watches, it has all become smart. So that's how it is moving. We are moving in the world of AI. So which is blended with IoT. So ma'am has taken a very nice topic which is suitable for both management students and also for the IT students and CSE students. So thank you, ma'am, for giving your time and joining as a resource person for this session. And over to you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm audible? Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Voice is
Yes, ma'am,
little
you're
bit
audible,
breaking.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It is indeed a great privilege to be a resource person for this international virtual workshop on fostering soft skills, a mantra for sustainable career development. At this juncture, I would like to thank our chairperson, Dr. Mala ma'am, secretary, Mr. G. Manikandan sir, principal, Dr. R. Ramesh sir, vice chancellor, Northern University, Bangladesh, Dr. Anwar, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Nasrul Islam sir, for giving me this opportunity. I would also like to thank Professor and Head Dr. Priyadarshini, Department of MBA, and Mr. Pandi Murugan sir for giving me here. I'll be taking a session on perfect blend of AI and IoT for a sustainable development. It's a very interesting topic. Over the past few decades, the world has witnessed an unprecedented rise in technology, increasing to significant changes in our everyday lives. From communication to healthcare, technology has transformed almost every aspect of our lives. However, as we move forward, the role of technology in achieving sustainability goals has been increasingly important. What does the agenda of my presentation includes? What is a sustainable development and overall the sustainability goals? Why AI and IoT are sustainable? Need for AI integration with the IoT, application of AI IoT and future AI IoT technologies. What is sustainable development in the sense? The development that meets the need of a present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This is the definition for a sustainable development. The United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, that is SDGs, lay out a principle for sustainable future for all. There are n number of issues they have listed. For example, like hunger, healthcare, education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy. There are n number of issues are listed over the sustainable. These are all the issues have to be rectified by the sustainable development. Okay. So the technology here main role of achieving all these goals. So
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am, and your video is also not accessible.
now it's audible, sir.
No, ma'am, we are continuously facing the breaking.
Pandimurugan, sir.
Yes, yes, ma'am. This is Syed
Ma'am.
here. So, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think your signal is dropping, ma'am. Network is slow.
Can I check the speaker volume? Now, is it okay, ma'am?
No, ma'am, it's getting hanged up.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So technology play a crucial role in achieving all these. Some of the ways the technology helps to achieve the sustainable goals are, as the previous session, sir said.
Sorry, ma'am, it's breaking.
Okay. Correct. Mobile.
Yes, ma'am, you can, you can exit and join back, ma'am.
1 second.
Syed, sir, we can hold, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sustainable transport, and third one is the sustainable city. In renewable energy, one of the most challenges we are facing is the transition to a renewable energy. As you all know, there is a shortage of energy resources. So renewable energies we are giving more importance to renewable energy. The development of advanced renewable energy technologies such as solar, wind, and geothermal energy is the key to reduce carbon emission and mitigating the climate change. So this is the prime importance of going for a renewable energy. The next one is the sustainable transport. Okay, we are nowadays we are in an era to use electrical vehicles or hydrogen fuel cells to reduce the greenhouse gas emission from transport. So smarter transport we are preferred. What is the purpose of preferring smarter transport in the sense to optimize the traffic flow, and also it helps to reduce the congestion, and similarly in turn it reduces the fuel consumption and the emission. That's why we are in an era we are moving towards a smarter transportation. The next one is the sustainable city. Okay, here the key important parameter we are going for developing a sustainable city is the energy efficiency and reducing the emission and enhancing the mobility. So what are all the technologies that are mainly used to have the sustainable development, or the most promising technology? This is the most promising technology. One is the artificial intelligence, and the next one is the IoT, that is Internet of Things. As you all know, what is AI? Here, what you are going to do is human intelligence. We are trying to make machine artificial to behave like type AI is a weaker AI. Here, weaker AI in the sense it is designed to meet the specific task. We are going to watch similar videos or pop of the specific task. Okay, that is also with the help of the AI. The next one is artificially general intelligence, that is AGI, and the next one is artificial super intelligence, ASI. These two things coming along with your stronger AI. Here, stronger AI in the sense the intelligence they are trying to equivalent with the human. The super intelligence it is more and more people are working on it. So super intelligence they are trying to develop a system to surpass the ability of a human. So it has more than a human. So the first one is it is less than human thinking. The next one is general intelligence. It is equivalent to the human how we are thinking. The next one is the super intelligence in the sense more than the ability. So why this AI, that is artificial intelligence, considered as a substantial technology? There are n number of evidence that is in front of they are proved that there are n number of evidences are there. The first one is the AI grew by 270% for the last 4 years. No technology, none other than technology have developed such a fast growth. It is 270% in the last 4 years. Many businesses have started adopting AI. And also in terms of cost, the global AI market will reach 641.3 billion by they are expecting that in 2028 the global market will reach this much amount. Companies they are investing for more in technologies. So every 9 in 10 companies have ongoing investment in AI technologies. So 61% of the employees have improved their work productivity in AI. So totally, the cost saving for an organization is around 44%. So the first promising technology for current day, that is nowadays it is a artificial intelligence. Everyone they have accepted this. The next one is the Internet of Things. What is Internet of Things in the sense? If you are having any device that is connected, or any object or a thing, you are connecting to an internet, and that you can call it as an Internet of Things. How the AI and the IoT are integrated through the machine learning. There are, you all know, there are n number of algorithms are there in artificial intelligence. They are called as a machine learning algorithm. So the machine learning algorithm have to be implemented in AI devices to make this AI device as a smarter one. So AI can be applicable from household devices to a sophisticated industrial tool. You can embed the new programming language into it. So similarly, IoT is also a sustainable technology. The second, the most sustainable technology is the IoT. So here the market has expanded 20 times every 10 years. And also the device size, if you all see previously, the devices are very big. If you want to watch any television and anything, now the compatibility is the prime important, and also the power consumption is nowadays everyone are working on it. They are reducing in a market level. So, and also they are expecting that it increases next decade increases over 24.4 billion up to this limit. So here the most here what we are going to do is we are integrating, that is a perfect blend of artificial intelligence and IoT, Internet of Things, that is called as a artificial intelligence of things, that is AIoT, for creating a smarter environment. So what is the need of it? Why AI have to be integrated with IoT in the sense, this is for increasing the business, and also it is going to unlock the new opportunities and potential that are in front of us. For example, like it is going to enhance the customer relationship and effective cost balance, and increasing the operational efficiency, and it is highly secure and safe. There are n number of new products and services we are going to develop. The next one is the application of AIoT. These are all the first and foremost application in front of us. That is a smart city, smart home, and then surveillance system, industrial automation, and wearable technology. Among the 5 applications, now I am going to discuss only the 3 applications, that is smart city, smart home, and wearable technology. First one is the smart home. Okay. If, for example, the smart devices, there are, for example, you can say that either it may be a smart speaker, or it may be a thermostat, or you can make a refrigerator, you can make your air conditioner as a smarter one. How you are going to make these devices as a smarter one in the sense you are going to connect with the internet, and also you are going to control the device with the help of AI-enabled algorithms. There are n number of algorithms that are available. These are all called as a machine learning algorithm. General category of the machine learning algorithm is a supervised learning algorithm and an unsupervised learning algorithm. The next slide, I'll explain what is a supervised and what is a unsupervised learning algorithm. So this is the need for creating for a convenient and secure and optimized energy consumption. Already I told you the prime goal for sustainability is the energy saving. Okay, so energy, you have to optimize the energy consumption through only with the help of smarter devices. This is possible. So if you are going to use a smart speaker or smart appliances or smart thermostat, probably you can reduce the energy consumption in a sustainable way. The next is the smarter city. Okay, how the AIoT, that is artificial intelligence and IoT technology, are helpful in developing a smarter city in the sense that it is going to help for the municipal services. There are n number of municipality services required by the smart city. Like already sir has explained previous session, Srinivasan sir has explained what is a smarter grid and what is a smart transport and what is a smarter street light. Okay, so here the prime aim for using all these things are here also we are going to energy consumption we are going to achieve, and also similarly we are going to public safety, that is the more important. So through these smarter things, because the urban planning, better urban planning is urban areas are more crowded when compared to the rural places. So with the help of these smart devices, you can monitor the environment, and you can avoid any unwanted things that should not be happened in the cities. Next is a wearable device. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are using wearable device, and we doesn't know what is the technology that is embedded in this wearable devices. The few examples for this wearable devices are smartwatch and the augmented reality and the virtual reality, goggles, and wireless earbuds. So here also, I am working on a smart handy doc AI-based health spectator application. Okay, with any AI application, if you want to work, there are a common steps. For example, before that, I'll tell you what is supervised learning and what is unsupervised learning. Supervised learning in the sense, it is under some supervision. That is, here we are going to say that it's a class label attribute. Previously, there are how you can able to train a machine. Okay, actually it's a prediction based system. We are able to train a machine with the help of previously we have to upload and we have to input several data sets. So in this way, the data sets can be trained. Okay, so there are three main stages that are involved in this process are data acquisition, data pre-processing, and data analysis and prediction. If you want to work on this AI-based application, we are in a need of a huge amount of data. The data may be available in several websites. One of the popular websites here is the Kaggle website. So you can go and fetch because it's a repository of large volume of data. For example, like HandyDoc for this particular application, we are using this link. We are downloading one data set. The total number of records that are available for this data set is 1,457 records with 20 attributes. That is 24 features are there. Based on in what way we are going to train this algorithm, based on that, among these 24 features, we are going to select only some of the features that are needed for our processing. Okay, next one is the pre-processing. Before you are going to develop a artificial intelligence model, what you are going to do is you have to clean your data. That is, raw data can be converted into a data that is suitable for a machine learning model. So, if suppose if you are downloading a data from a Kaggle website, some missing data are there. It will be filled up with the either if it is a numerical data, either you can replace with some values. In some case, it may be replaced with a value called 0. If it is categorical data, then it may be filled with some null values or something like that. So before, if you go for a processing, what you are going to do is you have to handle the missing data in a proper way so that the data set may be suitable for input to your machine learning algorithm. The first step that is in this supervised learning algorithm, here the algorithm which I am going to use here is the classification algorithm. It is a supervised algorithm. The total number of data sets, we have to split it into two. That is the entire data set, if you are saying that it is D, then 70% of the data, you can call it as a training set and remaining 30 as a test set. So what you are going to do with the training data set in the sense, as you all computer students know, if you are going to, if you are writing some algorithm, if you are going to give an input and you are going to get some output, that is output. But in machine learning, how we are going to develop a classifier or if you are going to develop a model in the sense, we are having an input and output, but the thing is we are going to develop the algorithm which you are, the model which you are going to do it. Okay, with the help of this training data set, here the classification algorithm is developed. After developing the algorithm, remaining the 30% of testing data is given as an input, and then whether the developed algorithm is a suitable one if you are checking based on the accuracy and the prediction level. The next one is the feature selection. Already I told you out of based on in what way you are going to design your algorithm, the attributes which you are going to select based on it. Out of 24, here only the 12 correlated uh, features are extracted. The 24 features, that is attributes, are numbered. That is what is the weightage of each and every attribute for the particular data sets you are going to number, and the least preferred attributes you are going to remove it, and then you have to proceed with the highly correlated attributes for further processing. And this is the classifier model we are developed. Here, the classification algorithm primarily, mostly everyone uses the decision tree algorithm. It is a single classifier algorithm. If you want to enhance the accuracy, then you can go for a algorithm called as a random forest algorithm. So, decision tree algorithm in the sense, you are going to construct a tree-like structure and, in such a way that you can ask whether it's going to, it has to say if any question, whether it is a cat or dog, it has to reply with it is yes or no. Similarly, it's a single answer. If you go for a decision tree, you have to design with the single one. But if you go for a random forest tree algorithm, multiple decision tree combination, you can say that it is a random forest algorithm. So the accuracy and the prediction will be much improved in case of a random forest algorithm. This is the data set. Actually, we have a training and test set. Everything is considered as a full data set. Then you are going for a that you are going to take a training set, and then you have to construct a random forest tree. Then this is the model we are going to create it. With the help of, we are going to implement this program, this model into a smarter watch for predicting any diseases. Already, you all know the smarter watch is embedded with, it has to tell your weight and how much steps you are going for a day. If you want to enhance the smarter watch to the next level for monitoring even heart blood pressure or sugar level, everything it is monitoring. If you go for predicting some more diseases like any pandemic diseases, you can make use of it. The future AIoT technologies. This is the advanced version. That is, already I told you, there are super intelligence. So this is the advanced version. That is edge computing. Instead of do the computation process in remote areas, you have to do the process in the local devices or in the server itself. So the next one is a voice AI. Train the device to identify the natural language. So it is going to take the inputs now from the environment. Okay, if you are going to implement the smarter device into your home, then automatically based on your voice and also the past history of data, it will develop a model in such a way that when you are going to for what is your sleeping time and what is your when you are going to wake up, everything. So it is assisting. It is going to assist and have to feel a comfortable living, a smarter living in the next future. Similarly, for a vision AI, train the device to replicate the human vision. Already, there are n number of projects are working on it. This is the edge computing diagram. Here we have a smarter appliances. The autonomous vehicle, this is the best example. There are n number of cameras and sensors that are fitted on it. Based on the monitoring whether it is going to monitor the weather condition and nearby vehicle and the pedestrians in front of the Tesla car is the wonderful example for this autonomous devices and voice AI. Already I told you, there are a number of challenges are there your voice AI. So the accent that may be different from a region to region, and also now the AI it is going to recognize the 200 words per minute. So it's a hard. So people are working on it for its improvement. In future, we'll get good voice AI system. Similarly, for the vision AI, this is it's similar to the computer vision in the field of computer science that trains the computers to replicate the human vision. This enables the digital devices to identify and process the image. So similar to our QR code scanner, the vision AI is there. So let me conclude. So AI that is benefited by IoT with the distributed data, and also the IoT devices also benefited by AI with advanced management. So here I conclude AIoT technology will play an increasing crucial role in achieving sustainability goals in the future. AIoT technology offers a solution to some of the pressing challenges that is in front of us. So to develop and adopt as we continue to develop and adopt new technology, we must ensure that are aligned with the sustainability goals and contribute to the sustainable future for all. I wish you all for a happy and future. You can carry on a number of projects or proposals. You can write on this trending and promising technology. You have a better future. So all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for a very enlightening session and a very informative session. So you have made it very simple and to the what do you say, the depth of the subject also in a very simple way and very informative. I think it will be very as the sessions are recorded, it will be of more useful for the students in CSE and IT for them to understand about the future of AI blended with IoT, and also like how far it can be made for a sustainable development, how it can contribute for the sustainable development. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Um, Radhakrishnan sir has joined. No. Dear participants, next session speaker is trying to join the Zoom. Kindly give us 2 minutes of time. He'll join the session. Sir Radhakrishnan, sir. Sir Radhakrishnan, sir.
Sir has left due to some network
Sir,
issues.
sir has joined, sir.
No, ma'am, he has left due to some network issues. He'll join again now. Sir will join again.
Dear participants, sorry for the inconvenience. Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. Shall we start, sir?
Very good morning. Am I audible? Ma'am, I am audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. So, once again, a warm welcome to all the participants. So, thank you all for your patience waiting. So, we have with us in the midst of us resource person for the next session, Dr. P. Radhakrishnan, Professor and Head of EC Department. So, you could hear us, no, sir?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir. So we have in the midst of us Dr. P. Radhakrishnan, sir. So who is the professor and head of ECE department. And sir has a rich academic experience of more than 24 years in teaching. So he has been with the industry and he has dedicated his complete career profile for teaching. And he has been always noted for his service towards the student. And he has received many times the Best Teacher Award, and he is known for his expertise in IoT. So that is his area of research, and he has published renowned papers on this title in Scopus and Web of Science (SCI). And Sir has also authored many books, and he has published nearly more than 6 patents to his academic achievements. So it's a very, very suitable person to discuss on this topic. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for warm welcoming. So very good morning to one and all present over here. Myself, Dr. Radhakrishnan. Currently, I'm working as a professor and HOD of EC Department, Tagore Engineering College, Chennai, India. I'm going to give a lecture on role of IoT in sustainability. Ma'am, I hope I'm audible. My screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir, it is very much visible, sir. And Mr. Syed, sir, is hosting. And any lagging, he will be all mentioning to you immediately. But it's fine, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. Please continue.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you all. I hope many of us recently heard the name called as sustainability. Mainly, sustainability is nothing but availability of disabled material over a long term. As per the IIT director Kamakodi sir concerned, IIT doing a lot of research on sustainability. When we simply convey the term called as sustainability, meeting our own notes without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. Why recently people are discussing about sustainable development? It is very much needed to address the challenges of environmental degradation. Recently in our Chennai, lots and lots of people affected by too much of rain, especially environmental degradation, especially a similar way to Tagore and southern part of Tamil Nadu also mainly affected by overwarming of our earth. So sustainable development very much needed to address all those. And the other thing is need for sustainable development is social inequality. Nowadays, from layman to the top industry professionals are also using a Google Pay and Phone Pay or whatever may be the online payment. When you take earlier days, I mean, before 5 years or before 10 years, only the business people alone can use only online banking. Now, due to the technological development, layman can also use the technology, especially sustainable development is needed to give a social equality, and also very much needed to address economy stability. The reason for going objective of sustainable development, as I mentioned, mainly sustainable development are used to improve the economic growth. When we see the streets of Chennai or when we see the streets of other metropolitan cities or whatever may be the rural areas, now the the people, those who are selling flower, can have a QR code. So only people, those who are having money, they can alone buying the flower. Earlier days, this is the scenario. Now anyone can able to use a phone pay or Google Pay through QR code transaction. They can able to buy any kind of products. So low poverty people also can able to sell the product through online transaction. So that kind of economic growth, the sustainable development gives to all the peoples. And also the main objective, other objective for going, so the sustainable development is social development and environmental protection in way that is entirely sustainable in the long term. Next, the role of technology in sustainable development is first one is renewable energy. Earlier, the power production mainly depend on coal. Now, as per the survey states that coal may not be available after 2050. So, what should be the other way to get a power is, one is nuclear power plant, other one is wind energy, other one is solar energy. So these are the alternate ways to get a power. Then other one is energy efficiency. Earlier we are using incandescent lamp. Then people migrated from incandescent lamp to tube light. Then tube light to fluorescent lamp. I mean compact fluorescent lamp. If you take incandescent lamp, it may give 100 watts of power to give a particular amount of illumination. When you take the tube light, the same illumination given by 40 watts bulb. Then when we take CFL, compact fluorescent lamp, same amount of illumination given by 25 watts of CFL. Now the people are everywhere using LED lamp. Even 20 watts of LED lamp can give a huge amount of light illumination. So this way we can save the energy. The next one is water management. Nowadays, when you take hilly areas, it is very difficult to get the water. Similarly, when we take, I personally quote my native area, Neyveli Lignite Corporation. If we want to take a water, we should go at least 800 feet or 100 feet of depth to get a water. So that kind of scarcity available throughout the world. If we deploy IoT sensors so that we can able to easily detect the leakage. Once the leakage get detected, then we can able to give a solution so that in an effective way we can able to manage the water leakage, water wastage and all. The next one is waste management. This is one of the major area we have to address. Mainly the flood in the city areas, flood water get accumulated because of the unwanted plastics. Normally we throw the plastics and unwanted garbages into the garbage dustbins. Once the garbage dustbin overflows, if we get a sudden burst of rains, then the overflow wastage or easily get into rainwater storm. Once the rainwater storm get blocked, then we get a huge amount of water accumulation. So waste management, smart garbage bin is very much needed. So this kind of facility is supported by the sustainable development. Then other one is digitalization and IoT. So this is one of the major part of sustainable development. When we take, IoT is nothing but Internet of Things. In the subsequent slides, I will clearly explain about the IoT. Then agriculture. Now, slowly, the people in India migrated from normal agriculture into IoT agriculture. If we deploy lots and lots of sensor in the pharmaceutical area, farmer field area, so that we can able to know that whether the soil have a moisture or not. If soil haven't have that much moisture, then automatically motor get into the on condition. So these are the role of technology in sustainable development. I'll explain one by one. So these are various types of sustainability. As I mentioned, the first type is environmental sustainability. So there we can able to save the wherever we can able to save the power, and other one is wherever we can able to save the wastage, wherever we can able to use a non-renewable sources like wind, hydraulic power stations, or turbine, whatever may be. The next sustainable type is social sustainability. For example, when we take smart cities, it easily improve the public services like smart transportation. Nowadays we can able to know where the buses are coming, what should be the expected time of time at the bus stand. So all those things now slowly get developed into the current scenario. Then another one is health care. Then the third type is personal sustainability and organizational sustainability. When we wear IoT devices, say for example, the current scenario is we the people come across pandemic situations during 2020 and 2021. Those days, our students have attended online classes, then gradually migrated from online classes to offline classes. Whenever the students are entering into the colleges, the security standing in the gate, they are using the temperature gun. Then they could sense the temperature of each and every student in a manually. Once the temperature indicates below 99, then security can allow the students inside the gate. If the temperature beyond 99, then security persons may not allow the students. So this is a scenario manually happened. When we deploy IoT or when we deploy sustainability, hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay, no. When we deploy IoT, if we implement RFID or QR code for each and every student, whenever the students enter into the college, then their QR code scanned by the scanner, then students should cross the thermal camera images. It immediately indicates the temperature of the particular students. If the temperature is in a normal condition, then the students may allowed into the next stage. If the temperature is in the beyond the limit, say for example 99 or 100, whatever may be, then that kind of alerts get into principal or HOD. I mean, whenever the students are entering into the college, whether 500 students are coming to the college or not, out of 500, how many temperature, how many students are having abnormal temperature, all those data are entered into the cloud. From the cloud, it can easily accessed by the authorized persons like HOD or principal. So overall, it will give a picture of if 1,000 students entered into the colleges, at what time they have entered. Out of 1,000, how many students have a normal temperature, how many students have abnormal temperature. All those kind of facilities we can get it once we implemented IoT. So as I mentioned, Internet of Things is nothing but a integration of devices through internet. I mean, IoT consists of various sensors, softwares, and other technologies. It is a diagrammatic representation of your IoT. As I mentioned, a sensor, it means that if you want to measure moisture in the soil, then we can measure moisture sensor. If you want to temperature of a boiler, then we can make use of temperature sensor. Depends on the applications, sensors, actuators may vary. With the help of sensor, we can get the real-time data. Then it may pass down to the particular cloud through the suitable connectivity. So cloud having lots of data. So, as I mentioned, if we want to measure the temperature of 1,000 students, that 1,000 students temperature data, it is available in the cloud. Then it is given to the IoT analytics and the data management. department wise we can able to segregate the students, then a normal temperature, then abnormal temperature students, so that we can give a data analytics that depends on the applications. Then it will give it to the user interface. Only the authorized persons may able to see the data. I mean, if we take the temperature monitoring system, maybe principal may have a ability to see the temperature of all the 1,000 students, or HOD is allowed to see the temperature of all those students. So these are the various components associated with the IoT. So this is another representation of IoT. It's for simple understanding. Through sensors, we are collecting real-time data. Then it is sent to the IoT gateway. Then is passed on to the cloud computing, where the cloud computing area where we can able to store huge amount of data. Then the data may send it to the end user. Only authorized persons may allow to access the cloud. This is another simple representation of IoT. So the next one is smart energy management. I think Professor Dr. Srinivasan detailedly elaborated about the smart energy management. As I mentioned, wherever possible, we could save the energy. Earlier days, incandescent lamps are used. Then gradually, people migrated from incandescent lamp to fluorescent lamp. I mean LED tube light to CFL, CFL to LED. So this is somewhat related to energy consumption. The other one is water management. As I mentioned, when we deploy sensor in water bodies or pipelines or treatment plants, so that we can able to measure the quality of the water, whether it is a good one or if it is a contaminated one, then we can able to detect the water leakages. Once the water leakage is identified, then wherever possible, we could give an immediate remedial, or wherever possible, we could stop the water if possible. So IoT sensor mainly used to monitor the water leakage in a smart way. The other application is, as I mentioned, waste management. So this is nowadays people are more and more using plastic wastages. When we go almost the ground area, roadside or small pond side, or river side, even in the sea side also, we can able to see lots and lots of plastic wastages. If we take them, it starts from overflow of smart bin. If we convert the normal smart bin into normal garbage bin to smart bin, if we kept the 3-level sensor, when we take the normal garbage bin, if we deploy low-level sensor, mid-level sensor, then high-level sensor, we can able to measure the quantity of garbage loaded in the garbage bin with the help of ultrasonic sensor. With the help of ultrasonic sensor, we can able to know that whether the garbage bin is filled with the 25%, or whether the garbage is filled with the 50%, or whether the garbage bin is more. Once it is overflow, then immediately that signal send it to the cloud. From the cloud, it send it to maybe corporation officials or panchayat officials. Once the garbage bins get overflows, where it is get located, how many garbage bins get overflowed within the particular area, where when corporation people got all those data, then immediately they send a garbage collection vehicles, so that the more garbage bin get avoided. As I mentioned, once the wastages are overflowed, then immediately it get blocked into the rainwater storm. That may be one of the main reason for flood accumulation. So this is one of the smart way to find out the overflow of garbages over normal garbage bins. So this is a diagrammatic representation of the garbage bins. So here they have deployed a sensor. One is load sensor. With the help of load sensor, we can able to measure whether the garbage bin is completely overfilled or garbage bin is 50% loaded. Then sensor mainly used to locate the if we say, for example, if we take the Chennai Corporation, there it consists of 200 watts. In the 200 watts, they have located 1,000 garbage bins. So whether sometimes maybe the garbage bins located in a particular, I mean, first ward may get overloaded or overfilled. Sometimes the garbage bin located in the 5th ward may get overfilled, and sometimes the garbage bin located in the 10th ward may get overfilled, so that the corporation people may give a may arrange a special visit so that they can collect the garbage bin garbages from the overfilled bins. The other one is gas sensor, so that we can able to know the toxic gases may be emitted from the garbage bins. As I said, that ultrasonics, with the help of ultrasonic sensor, we can able to measure the height of the how much garbage is filled with a given height of your garbage bins. So all those sensors are deployed to collect the collect the values, and collected data given to the cloud. Through cloud, the corporation officials or Panchayat officials may able to get the data. Other application is smart agriculture. As I mentioned, if we deploy more sensors in the agriculture area, so that we can able to know the soil conditions, whether the soil is completely dry or soil having overflow of water or soil having enough moisture. What could be the health of crop conditions, whether it could be in a good way, or sometimes it may affected by some specific diseases. All kind of we can able to collect the moisture conditions. If the soil is completely dry, then the soil sensor give a suitable data to the controllers, so that controller automatically switch on the water motor, so that water get gradually passed on to the agriculture area. If enough moisture soil get it, then immediately again your moisture sensor center, so that your controller automatically stop the motor. So this is one of the way to get a smart agriculture. So this is a diagrammatic representation of a smart agriculture using IoT. As I conveyed, moisture sensor is deployed near the plant areas. Then water management tubes. Nowadays, people are using droplet pipelines to save the water, and the drones for field monitoring. How far the crop is in a good condition, or the particular area of field area may get affected by some diseases. So drones having a high level of cameras. With the help of cameras, we can able to catch the greenery areas. Then other one is mission for routine operations. So these are the sensors mainly deployed in agriculture areas, so that your agriculture, normal agriculture may convert it into smart agriculture. The other one is smart fish farming. When we take North Chennai, lots of people are doing fish farming. Currently, they are manually maintaining the fish ponds. If considerable amount of fish is not growing in a correct way, or sometimes considerable amount of fish may get into the dead condition, then only the fish farming owners or may come to the conclusion the water accumulated in the ponds may get contaminated. When we convert the normal fish farming into the smart fish farming, we can able to deploy sensors. Whether the pond having enough of water. Sometimes water may get overflowed, or sometimes water level may get less than the record. If we deploy two level of sensor, low level sensor and high level sensor, if the low level sensor get a signal, it means that the water level is below the lower level, then automatically motor come to the on condition, so that the water get gradually rises. Once it touches the a high level sensor, then automatically the motor come to the off condition. Then other sensor we can able to use is pH sensor. Other sensor is the temperature sensor. Other sensor we are using to maintain the fish farming is we can able to sense the dissolved oxygen. Fish can able to sense dissolved oxygen only. If the oxygen level in the water is become very low, then automatically fish may get into the dead condition. Your water may get contaminated due to unconsumed food, or if lots of fishes are coming to the ocean, again or water contamination may take place. Water contamination take place, then defaultly dissolved oxygen level becomes lower and lower, so that all the fishes in the pond get into the dead condition. To avoid all those things, when we deploy low level, high level sensor to maintaining the water level, then pH level sensor, then temperature sensor, then oxygen level sensing sensor, when we deploy all those sensors, and by which we can get the status of your ponds, all the parameters are detected and send it to the controller. Based on the status, your controller may give a suitable actions. When we deploy Internet of Things, farmer need not to go to the pond and visit every day. Need not to go and monitor the ponds. With the help of mobile itself, they can able to monitor the status of pond, whether all the fishes are in the live conditions, what about the pH value, what about the dissolved oxygen value. So once we deploy IoT, then your normal fish farming get converted into a smart fish farming. So these are the environmental monitoring, air and soil quality monitoring, and biodiversity conversion through IoT. Then smart cities. When we get into Tinagar, it's one of the very famous area in Tamil Nadu. There lots of sensor get deployed, so that if no one walked into the Burma Bazaar, then defaultly the brightness of the street lights get reduced, so that we can able to save the somewhat energy. Once lots and lots of people are walking in the street of Pandi Bazaar or Burma Bazaar, then defaultly the brightness of the lights get increased. Then this is way. The other thing is when we take smart cities, if you take the four-way crossing, north to south or east to west, sometimes north to west may have a more traffic congestion, then other two sides may have a less traffic congestion. When we take the current scenario, whether the traffic is there or not, once the count gets fixed, it won't adjust irrespective of the traffic congestion. Once we deploy IoT sensor, so that we can able to know the traffic congestion, whether it should be in the direction of north to west or west to north. Sometimes it may east to west. Say for example, if north to east is become higher, north to south may become higher, then the traffic count get increased. The other side, the traffic count may get reduced. This is one of the way to adjust the fixed traffic count into flexible traffic count. So these are the sensors deployed in smart cities. The next one is industrial IoT. As I mentioned, Industry 4.0 is nothing but digitalization of industry. We can able to, when we deploy more sensors in the industry, then we can be able to reduce more and more accidents. If we deploy temperature sensor over a high temperature boiler, we can be able to know the current status of temperature of the boiler minute to minute or second to second. Once the boiler temperature may sometimes it may crosses the reference limit, then immediately we have to switch off the heater. Such a way we can able to reduce it. Similarly, when we deploy gas sensor, when if dangerous gas if the gas sensor found any leakage in the dangerous gases, then immediately we have to the industry people may take a suitable remedial action so that we can able to minimize the accident in an industry. Social impact of IoT in sustainability. When we deploy a sensor in a real time or in an industry, so that people living standard may increase, people may get a better access services, people may get a good health care, people may get a good education. Mainly during Corona, the students may get a lectures through online. If internet, if nowhere internet is there in the world during Corona period, none of the students can't able to attend the classes. So this is one of the technology way to provide or to make the get a better access. So these are some of the challenges while implementing IoT for sustainability. As I mentioned, IoT is nothing but Internet of Things. I mean, connection of various devices through internet. If we connect various devices through internet, then we should depend on huge bandwidth. Gradually, we are converting from 4G into 5G. Maybe in future 5G to 6G. So we need a huge amount of bandwidth while implementing IoT. This is one of the challenges. Other challenges when we transport the data through wireless, then defaultly the security issues may come. So now lots and lots of research are going on to improve the security. So these are some of the challenges while implementing IoT in a sustainable IoT for sustainability. So these future trends as a emerging technology for IoT for sustainability. As I said, the one of the major thread while implementing IoT is it must depends on huge bandwidth. So when we deploy when we want to implement IoT, that particular area should have a good amount of signal connectivity. The other one is environmental monitoring innovations. When we implement IoT based applications, then you must depends on sensors. What could be the sensing level of sensor? We need accurate sensor to get a accurate output. Then the other thing is we need global level research to improve the components accuracy, component sensitivity. So these may be future trends. So these are the opportunities for entrepreneurs and businessmen. As I said, fortunately, we got a project of a grant 2.5 lakhs from micro, small, medium enterprises from Tamil Nadu government. Such a way, we have converted the normal bin into smart bin. As I conveyed, we have installed 3 sensors in the normal garbage bin, such a way low level sensor, mid level sensor, and high level sensor. Once the garbage is what should be the amount of garbage is filled in the garbage bins, 25% or 50% or 75% or 100%. This kind of data is continuously transmitted into the corporation officials so that they can get a continuous data of garbage levels in the garbage bins. Once the garbage bins get filled, then immediately they send the vehicles to remove the garbage in the garbage bins. So this kind of research in our students currently doing. The other one is market potential, collaboration with existing industries and the corporate social responsibilities. These are the opportunities for entrepreneurs and business to give IoT-based solutions. Finally, I want to conclude that sustainability is not just a choice; it is a necessity for a balanced and resilient future. I mean, bounce back from the normal scenario. The collective efforts adopting IoT for sustainable practices contribute to a positive global impact. With this, I want to conclude. conclude my thank you. If any queries, please.
Sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for the effort you have taken to explain the current happenings and relating it with the sustainability, and also for giving a overview of entrepreneurship. What are all the things happening across? So I think this is a very useful session for the young students across the globe. Definitely. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your presence and for your delivery. So, dear participants, thank you all for being with us for the last 2 days. And thank you so much for giving your valuable time with us. And on this juncture, I would like to thank our management, Dr. M. Mala Madam, and our Secretary, Sir Manigandan, Sir, for giving us this wonderful opportunity. And also our wholehearted thanks to our Principal, Sir, who has been a consistent motivator and a support for us. And my special thanks to Nazrul sir, who is a very good mentor of us, and who always gives us a lot of ideas. And he was the one who made us to think what could we do to broaden our association. So very very special thanks to you, sir. And I thank Dr. Anwar sir, the VC sir, for giving us a permission to conduct the same and giving us the autonomy to go with our own pace. I thank the university management for that, and I thank all the resource person for their wonderful delivery. And in the midst of their busy academic schedule and other accreditation works, so all the resource person has given their valuable time. And thank you, Srinivasan sir and Radhakrishnan sir and Beulah ma'am, for today's wonderful session. And my special thanks to all the technical team who has supported us. And I would like to thank Mr. Syed Moidin for being the host of this event and recording the events and sharing the photographs. Thank you, Syed sir. And I thank everyone for making this workshop a successful one. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir.
You are out.
Yes, sir. So we will share the videos and photos, sir.
Okay. Okay. See you. And we shall arrange another SAS program
Oh, great, sir.
in May.
Oh, great, sir. We'll do it,
Near
sir.
our side.
Sure, sir. We'll do it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Syed, sir, you can also come in video, sir. We can take a photograph. Sir, Srinivasan, sir. Yes, sir. So take a photograph.
Sir, Radhakrishnan sir, can you please wind up the slide, sir, so that we can have a photo session?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Only when you close the
yes, sir.
yeah.
Surely I will send my slides, sir.
No, sir. I was just requesting you to kindly close the slides so that we can have a photo session.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Pandi Murugan, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ma'am, shall I leave?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ம் எங்க பண்ணிருக்கேன் சார்